Hi, it's Gordon, Fat Old Climber, and welcome to a short edition of my Mounjaro Diaries. I wanted to talk about something that happened with my most recent order of Mounjaro. Broadly speaking, there was a screw up with the order, and by the time I was supposed to take my injection on Monday, it hadn't arrived. I'm recording this on Thursday, so my Mounjaro injection was 4 days late, and I wanted to talk about what happened in those 4 days. But my pen's arrived now, and first what I want to do is, this will be the first pen that I'm using a shorter dose than the pen is designed for. This is a 10mg pen, and what I'm going to do is stick with 7.5mg. So I'm going to use the counting clicks method, which I've talked about before but never done. So first off, let's do that. This is as you can see, a 10mg pen, and as usual, 4 doses of 0.6ml solutions. This is the first of the pens I'm going to use that I'm going to take a shorter dose. I have been taking 7.5mg and I don't want to up to 10mg, but I've got the pen, and what I'm going to do is use the click method to extract 7.5mg. So it's a relatively easy calculation, which I'll show you up here, which tells me that instead of the normal 60 clicks, I need to take 45 clicks. So I shall get the pen ready to use. Taking normal care, having washed my hands, wipe this, needle on, tighten, pop, pull out, and as usual, turn it click and push until you see, some liquid coming out. And if you don't, turn it another click. And if you don't, turn it another click. And there you go, some liquid. And then I'm going to turn it 45 clicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3/4 of a dose. Now, one of the things I wanted to do first, just for my benefit, I just wanted to mark where the plunger's starting and mark the actual doses, which I guess the first one, which should be in some here, and then I'll mark it as I use it. So that's ready to go, so I'll just inject myself.
A few moments later.
And you can see from here that it's not quite at the next line. I'm going to mark where it got to. So this will be the doses I'm using. This will be what would have been the 10mg doses, and I'll just keep track of that as I go. So by my calculations, I should get 6 7.5mg doses out of this, including using this bit at the end. That'll leave me some at the end, and I have some plans for that to use for my next pen. So the calculation is relatively simple. All you do is you divide the dose you want to take by the size of the pen, and then multiply that by 60, i.e. the number of clicks, and that will give you the number of clicks you need to count. So in my case, 7.5mg divided by 10mg is 0.75, multiplied by 60 gives me 45 clicks. I work it out that that should be able to give me 6.6 doses out of this, including the area in the 5th dose, which will actually be the 6th dose. After I'd filmed this, I decided it might be worthwhile just putting together a table of pen sizes versus desired doses. All you need to do is look at your pen size, go along to your desired dose, and it gives you the click count. Hope that helps. But I've got some plans for that. I plan to use that additional 0.6 plus a very short dose from my next pen, just to maximise the next pen also. But I'll talk about that when that time comes. So What happened when Monday came and I didn't have any Mounjaro to inject? I was worried, and what I would say is on the Monday, nothing happened that I could categorically say was to do with the Mounjaro. I felt like I was hungry. I felt like maybe I was more focused on food, but to be honest, it could have been completely psychosomatic. However, the Tuesday morning was something completely different. Now, bear in mind that for over a year now, I've been practicing intermittent fasting, which means I don't eat till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And normally I'm fine with that. I'm normally ready to eat by 4, but since I've been taking Mounjaro, I'm not even interested in eating by 4, and normally I'm eating because I think I should. But Tuesday morning, I woke up ravenous. And I don't mean hungry, I mean, it's a feeling that I haven't felt since before starting Mounjaro, actual hunger. Now, fortunately, I didn't have anything in the house, so I was able to resist the urge to eat anything. But all I would say is it got worse, and I definitely could not wait till 4 o'clock before I had my breakfast. So that was interesting. I was expecting the Mounjaro to arrive on the Tuesday, possibly the Wednesday. Unfortunately, I was out for work all day Wednesday, and the same was true. I was feeling really hungry. I was working somewhere that had a buffet, and I found where over the last few months I've not been interested in the buffet where I've been working, I was really interested in it. I resisted the urge to stuff my face, but I couldn't not have some. So I had some sandwiches, and then when I got to climbing, I felt I had zero energy, and again I was hungry, so I had a bit of cake with my coffee. Had an okay session, managed to work hard, came home, and I was ready for my dinner. So basically the almost immediate effect with after 1 day late was hunger, something I haven't experienced pretty much at all for over 3 months. I'm concerned about what that means when I start to come off Mounjaro. Basically remembering that I plan to taper when I decide I'm finished with Mounjaro, and this was, I was supposed to have Mounjaro and I didn't get it for 4 days. So I don't know, I'm interested in how quickly the feelings of hunger came. I wasn't obsessed with the voice. I wasn't obsessed with the food noise, although it was there. I still managed to resist, and it didn't take too much willpower, so maybe that's a good sign that maybe some of my behaviours have changed. I still wasn't sleeping through the night, which I haven't for years, and there was some food noise, but not enough to make me eat. Interesting, I would say, and makes it more important to me that when I'm ready for my next pen, I order it in plenty of time to make sure it's here on time. And my next pen will be a 12.5 milligram pen, which I have plans for. More of that in future updates. So that's it. Mounjaro Monday. Still losing weight. It's still working as long as I take it. If you are on Mounjaro, make sure you order in plenty of time so that you have the new pen in time for you starting to have your injections, which is a bit of money saved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.